Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impressions slash thoughts on the new Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette. Now this palette came in this box, which is this pretty pink slash metallic box, smooth, and then this metallic is like shiny, slippery, and it came with this little paper on the inside. I'm gonna press it on here in case you guys didn't see my recent haul video where I unboxed this as well. So it came with this paper on the inside, and basically you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because that is the Charlotte Tilbury way. She likes to break up her palettes into looks, which I really appreciate because it makes it user friendly. So the first 3 shades here are for day. You've got desk, date, and dream are the last 3. So the first shade is, you always prime with that shade. You prime the lid, then you use this as the transition color, and then you smoke with the third color. So for today's video, I'm gonna start off with the day look, which is the first 3 colors in the palette. And let's get started. So I've already primed my lips, I've applied foundation, my lipstick, my gloss. In case you guys were wondering, I'm wearing my Bare Minerals foundation, my Chanel blush in Golden Sun, and I have set my face with my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. And on my lips I have the Bare Minerals liquid lipstick in Hemp. And over it I just have a Bare Minerals lip gloss that I've had like in my collection for ages, and this is in Rebel. You can't purchase this color anymore because when they came out with the Gen Nude line, they got rid of the Moxie Marvelous line. But anyway, a gloss is a gloss. Let's get started. I'm gonna go in with the first shade right here, and I'm gonna use that to prime the lid. I like that the palette has a nice big mirror, and it's magnetic. It's all rose gold packaging. I really like the Charlotte Tilbury packaging. And if you guys were wondering what brush I'm using a Too Faced shadow brush that doesn't have a name. Like, this came in a set I bought from Too Faced a while back. And so I'm just using that to apply the first shade all over the lid. And I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit so that you guys can see this look a bit better. Again, I'm priming my lid with the first shade. I'm applying this all the way up to my brow bone. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. It's a really pretty, like, shimmery shades, the color of my lid. I really like the day look. It's like, the day look is perfect for like a makeup, no makeup look, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, and once you're done with that, I'm gonna go in with an Ulta crease brush, and I'm gonna go into the second shade right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that to enhance, and that will be my transition shade. So right off the bat, I wanna let you know that these shades are really, really buttery. They're very easy to blend. You guys know I was very impressed with the Pillow Talk quad that I had purchased from Charlotte Tilbury. And these shadows here do not disappoint. I'm using very little, and they are very, very, very pigmented. I don't have to use a lot. This eyeshadow palette retails for $75, and I purchased mine off of the Charlotte Tilbury website in case you guys were wondering. Once I've used that transition shade, I'm gonna go in with the smoke shade. Just really blend it out into the crease. And there's not a lot of blending involved. Like these colors, they're just, the formula that she uses is really, really good. I have so far nothing bad to say. If you look at the pan, I have already used these two colors and there's no kick up. It's magic. It's magic. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the third shade with the same crease brush, and I'm gonna use that to smoke everything out, which is, I'm just following the little paper. There's a method to her madness, and I like it. That's all I gotta say. So I'm gonna use that to just smoke everything out. And just kind of drag it in. Fuse this here at the ends. I'm using this color to deepen out the corner. It's pretty. I like it. I really like it. And guys, I'm using just a little bit of shadow. I don't have to dig my brush in there, because these colors, I'm actually so surprised that a color can be so light yet so pigmented. I'm just saying, the girl knows what she's doing. That redhead, Charlotte, she knows what she's doing. I'm just gonna grab a little bit more just to add it here into the corner of my eye. And then I'm just gonna go in with the same shadow brush that I used to apply the first color, and I'm just gonna grab a little bit more and swipe it over my brow bone here and do the same thing to the other side. Put a little bit in the inner corner. And let me go ahead and apply some Gimme Brow by Benefit to give a little bit of life to my eyebrows. Comb them a little bit, you know. If any of you have purchased this palette already and you've used it, tell me what your thoughts are. Do you like it? Have you enjoyed it? Some people have been saying that, you know, they're not into the whole like bunch of, you know, like, there's too many pink shades, and you know, there's not enough, you know, I guess different shade range in the palette. But I don't know about you, I love the pinks. I love all the pinks and the berry shades. We've got some browns, I appreciate that. I mean, it's the Pillow Talk palette. Like, the Pillow Talk lipstick is pink, you know? This palette speaks to me. This is the kind of palette I gravitate towards. I feel like it's a pinky peachy kind of palette, and I'm all about it. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Chanel mascara, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of mascara. I'm not gonna put any eyeliner on for this look because it is the day look, and so I wanna really keep it minimal. Just gonna put a little bit of mascara on the top lashes only. Okay. Now let's do the other side. I really like the packaging. Don't get me wrong, like $75 for this palette, that's a lot of money. I'm fully aware. But it's Charlotte Tilbury. That's the price range. It's definitely a luxury purchase, guys. You're definitely gonna have to drop that dough. However, $75, but these shadows, I really enjoy them. I feel like I'm gonna get so much use out of this palette. And I think it really sucks that the palette is limited edition. It's now available at Sephora and Nordstrom. I'm not sure if Bloomingdale's is gonna be getting it, but I'll keep you guys posted on that if I hear anything. But yeah, I think I may have to pick up a second one because this is gonna be for sure one of my favorite palettes, because you guys know that I'm obsessed with the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and this palette gives me that vibe. All right, so this is the day look. I just added mascara to the top, and like I said, just a nude lip, very simple, very easy. I'm actually have to go to the gym after this, but this is a look I would be comfortable wearing literally anywhere. I'm gonna go to the gym with this. I am. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Everybody's gonna see it. People are gonna be like, oh my gosh, Isabel, I love that eyeshadow. What is it? And I have to tell them that they're gonna have to spend $75 on an eyeshadow palette. I really love the packaging. Just wanted to show that to you guys. It's so pretty. It's a little bit weighty. It is plastic though, but I appreciate that it is a very sturdy plastic, and I like that it's magnetic. I think that's really cute. It has the Charlotte Tilbury star on the mirror here, which I can't show you because, I mean, it's weird. Let me see if I can, actually I can put the box over it so you don't get the glare from the camera lens. So on the mirror, it's not gonna pick it up. I don't know if you guys can see. It has like a tiny little star. She tends to put a star on most of her products, so I think that's really cute. Anyways, this completes the look for the first one, the day look. You guys wanted to see all 4 looks, so I will be back and we will start this process all over again, and I will be doing the desk look, which is the next 3 shadows in the eyeshadow palette. See you soon. Hey, I'm back. So let's start with the desk look. It's gonna be these 3 colors right here. Let's get started. I cleaned the same brushes that I used for the other look yesterday, and so let's use that shadow brush for the first matte taupey like shade right here. I'm gonna apply that all over the lid. Oh, it's kind of darker than I expected for a prime shade. So I'm really gonna work that in and diffuse it into my eyelid. A little bit goes a long way. Again, this shadow in particular is also very buttery, because although it lays down, you know, very pigmented, it's not hard to blend in to your skin. It's very blendable, and I'm really working that in to soften up that color. Guys, it is so early for me during, like, for the weekend. I usually sleep in. It's like the only 2 days I have to sleep in, because church for me is like a nighttime service. I'm here with my coffee. All right, so once I've laid down that shade all over the lid, again, not a lot of kick up, and I'm not cleaning the pan after I'm using each shadow, and you can see, like, this is crazy. So I'm gonna go in with a second shade right here, which is that nice soft pink. These 3 shades are matte shades that we're using. So I'm gonna go in with the same brush I used yesterday. I did clean this brush, and then I'm gonna go in and enhance the look. The mirror on this is really nice. Whoa, that is very, very red. Peachy looking. Okay, let's see. Let's work this in. Again, just, I don't know if the camera is really picking this up, but do you see how well the shadow blends out? I love it. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. You know what? I don't know why I make my life more difficult when I should have just picked up my hair from the beginning. Yo no sé por qué yo soy cabecidura. All right, so for those of you translation who don't know Spanish, I just call myself hard-headed. All right, so we're just gonna blend that in to the crease. I'm really working that in. I'm a little bit stuffy this morning. My nose is running because it's very, very cold outside. And when it's very cold, my nose just runs. All right, once I've worked that in, I'm gonna go into the last shade back here, which is kind of a darker version of this one. You know, it's kind of like a leveled up. It's like a between a peach brown color, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the same shadow brush to dip into that shade. And I'm getting just a little bit because I was a little bit afraid with that last shade that we used. Yeah, this one's very pigmented as well, and I'm gonna use it to smoke out the end and drag it a little bit in and kind of just make it look like an ombre effect. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit more. So as you can see, that color is just like a step up from that transition shade, and it's really pretty. Now, well, let me first do the other eye, and then I'm gonna go in with a clean brush and blend everything out. This, you know what this color reminds me of? Is this like a terracotta shade? A nice, pretty terracotta clay shade. I love this palette. Like, I feel like the more I use it, the more I love it. Charlotte Tilbury better get it together, because this palette cannot be a limited edition. Don't break my heart. Don't break my heart. Okay, I'm gonna go in with that first shadow brush I used, and I'm just gonna soften up the edges. I'm gonna dip just a little bit into that color and just soften everything up. And I'm just lightly dipping it in there, so. There we go. And this is the desk look, so technically this is like a look you could wear to the office. I'm now gonna go in with my Chanel 932 matte taupe eyeliner, and I'm just gonna go ahead and line my top lashes very close to the lash line, and I'm just gonna do a little bit. I'm not gonna drag it all the way in. It's just the outer corners. Yep. Okay. And then I am going to add a little bit of Gimme Brow. As you can see, like my eyebrow hairs are so long. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a bush. Literally a bush. I'm not complaining, but sometimes I get little Wolverine vibes, you know? You know what I mean? Okay, next I'm gonna go in with my Chanel mascara, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara on my eyelashes. Just a light coat, because, you know, this is, you know, for the office look, and usually people work during the day. You don't want to scare the office folks with nighttime glam as you walk into the office. That's pretty good. And then let's just do the same thing to the other side. I have to be super careful not to get mascara on my actual eyelid, because I really like to get into the lash line, but I always end up getting it on my eyelid. All right, now let's add some lipstick and some eyeliner. And I wonder where I put it. I have my drawers here, but I'm not really fully like organized. And oh, there it is. I'm gonna go in with the Pillow Talk lip liner and lipstick, because why not, right? So I'm gonna just line my lips. Okay, once I've lined my lips, I'm gonna go in with the Pillow Talk lipstick. I really, really like that. This is a really pretty look. You guys, it's gonna be a problem for my bank account. So let me just let my hair down so I look like a normal human. I did beach waves yesterday. Someone asked me, oh, Isabel, where are your beach waves? What beach waves? Where are they? They left. They left. They're not even there anymore. There's nothing. There's pretty much nothing. There is just a, but you know, it's okay. You live and you learn. I'm still trying to get the hang of beach waves, but you know. So this is the final eye look. So you see, it's like very pretty terracotta shades. I really, really like this. I didn't put any eyeliner on the bottom. You guys already know that. But yeah, I really, 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 really like this look. And with the Pillow Talk lip liner and lipstick is super nice. She just launched a medium lip color with the lip liner, so if you have like a deeper skin tone, that may look better on you than the original Pillow Talk lipstick. But anyway, next look we're gonna do is gonna be the date look. All right, so we're gonna get started with the first shade in the date look. And just to make sure that I recap this, in the date look, all three shadows are matte shades. And so I'm gonna start off with the first one, and I'm gonna use that to prime my lids. I just want you to know that I almost dropped this palette right now. It almost dropped, and I almost said a lot of cuss words in my brain because I try not to say them out loud. And especially not on my channel, because I'm trying to be respectful and a lady. Okay, so I'm gonna use that first matte shade all over the lid. And as you guys have noticed, the shadows are much, much more pigmented than one expects. And I feel that they are very, very true to color from what you see on the pan to what goes on the lid. which I find to be unique because I think that a lot of the palettes that we buy tend to have, you know, the color on the pan tends to change slightly when you apply it onto your lid. And so once I'm done laying this down here as my prime shade, and I'm still using the same brush, but I've cleaned my brushes to be able to recreate this look. Most of my brushes are dirty and I haven't had the time to clean them and wait for them to dry for like 3 days. So I've just been cleaning these two and using them for each look. Again, I'm gonna apologize for how long it has taken for this video to come up. I'm now gonna go in with the second shade, and this is gonna be the enhanced shade, and I'm gonna use that as a transition shade into the crease. And I'm going to use my Ulta crease brush. I'm only getting a little bit of this because it seems, look how dark that is. That's intense. I'm getting a little bit afraid. Panic is starting to rise a little bit in my stomach. Let me have some tea. Let me have some tea because that's hella dark. Wow. Okay, let's hope this blends out because this is, I know that my friend Maria is watching this video and she's probably laughing really hard because she always likes to see when the panic starts to rise up, and it's happening. But so far, it's blending really well. So I think my recommendation when using the date shades is just kind of stamp your brush into the shadow and apply it that way so you don't give yourself a heart attack. So I'm gonna do the next side. And I'm just gonna sort of stamp it on. And I'm just using the mirror on the palette. It's very convenient, it's nice and big. And just blending out that shade. One thing I do appreciate is that because these shades blend so easily, you're not there for a long time trying to have to make it work, having to go in with multiple brushes, because they really do blend that easily, which I think is unique and different from other palettes that we use that are very pigmented. A lot of the times it's very hard to blend out the shade. You actually have to go in with a clean brush and do the buffing and blending. I'm gonna go in with the last shade, which is the darkest shade, and we're gonna use this to smoke. Again, I am just tapping my brush in there and I'm stamping this to the outer corner of my eye. And once I've stamped the color on, I'm dragging that in. To kind of create that smoke look. This gives it a nice dimension. So just to compare, this is the eye with the third shade, and then here's the eye without that shade. So you can really see the difference. So once you've blended that in, let's do the other side. Just stamp on that shade, and once you stamp it on, just drag it in. and concentrate that color on the outer V of the eye. Perfect. Now I find these shades to be pretty deep on my skin tone, which I understand why it's the date look. I'm gonna go in with the brush. Actually, I'm gonna go in with a clean brush because I'm gonna use this Real Techniques defining crease brush. And I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the first shade in the palette, which is the sparkly one, because I wanna use it as a bit of a highlight on the brow bone. Just a little bit. Just to get a little sparkle, very subtle. The camera's not gonna pick up on this because it is that subtle. It's really like you have to, when the sun is hitting you, even though this is a date night look and you're gonna be out at night, but it does give it a nice sheen. Okay, perfect. Now, I'm going to go in with my Chanel, what is this, matte taupe eyeliner, which is my brown eyeliner. I thought about going in with black for this look, but these shades are very chocolatey brown, so might as well stick with the theme of the look. Just keep that close to the lash line. A little bit really goes a long way with this. You don't have to work as hard with this eyeliner. If this grosses you out, feel free to skip forward. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Chanel Brow Gel, and this is their 370 Brun shade. And I'm gonna give some life to my eyebrows. As you can see, they're crazy. They are not combed. They have a mind of their own. And they just do whatever they want, basically. Unless I get my eyebrows done, they pretty much take life of their own. Kind of like Einstein's brows. You know, Albert Einstein? That man had some solid bushy brows. I just started using this Chanel brow gel because I ran out of my Benefit one. I haven't formed a full opinion on this, but I'll get back to you on how I feel about it. Pros, cons, price, is it worth it? You know, the whole nine. All right, so once I'm done grooming my brows, let's apply some mascara. I'm gonna go with my Chanel mascara. I love that sound it makes when you take it out of the bottle. Now, since this is a day look, I'm gonna put a bit more mascara than I did when I did the first two looks. I want them to be loud. Have you guys ever seen the movie The Emperor's New Groove? I forget what the villain's name is. How her lashes are like thick and clumpy. Well, my lashes are gonna be borderline that. Okay, I'm gonna put another coat on this side. I really enjoy the Chanel mascara just because it doesn't flake and it really lasts a long time without drying out in the bottle, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
So issues I sometimes have with mascara is that they don't really last that long. So I'm not really sure what kind of material they use to seal the bottle, but once it's sealed, it really preserves the mascara on the inside. And I find that my Chanel mascara, although it's more expensive than my other mascaras, actually lasts longer than the others. I'm gonna go in for this look with the Charlotte Tilbury Stoned Rose lipstick. I found it to be a bit more appropriate for this look than the Pillow Talk lipstick. I think that the Pillow Talk medium lipstick would look really nice with this look, but I don't have that lipstick, so I'm just gonna go into my Stoned Rose. This is a really pretty peachy orange lipstick. I am on a current hunt for a beautiful orange nude lipstick. So if you guys know of a brand or lipstick that has more of like an orange nude kind of look, like a bit more orange than this. I feel like this is a pink orange. Again, not a lot of kick up. In case you all were wondering, I didn't clean the pan. Let me let's just exhibit the fairy hair. All right, so this completes the day look. Let me get a little bit closer so that you guys could see my eyeshadow. And this lipstick is very creamy, very nice, and I feel that it just goes a bit better than the Pillow Talk lipstick. Now for the final look, and the one I'm most excited about is the Dream look. These three shades have been the ones I've been looking forward to in the entire palette, because they are bright and deep berry shades. They've got sparkle. So you've got two sparkly shades, which are these two shades, and you've got this matte shade. Let's get started. All right. Yes, I'm in a new outfit because I showered, me lavé el culo, and now I'm gonna get ready for my Valentine's Day night. So my husband's actually gonna be gone for work for Valentine's Day weekend, so we're celebrating this weekend. We usually never celebrate on actual Valentine's Day because I find that the food in the restaurant is not as good, and so we never usually do it on that day. I'm gonna start off with the first sparkly shade here, and that is going to be the shade I'm going to use to prime my lids. Again, I clean the brush, and let's get to it. This is the eyeshadow look I'm most excited about, because these are the prettiest pink shades I think I've ever laid eyes on. And how perfect it is that this palette launched on the 30th of January, just in time for Valentine's Day. Does anybody else think that's a coincidence? I think not. I think that that redhead knew exactly what she was doing. She's slick, but I see you. All right, let's do the same thing to the other eye. These shades are sparkly satin shades. That's exactly what the finish on this looks like, because the sparkles are so finely milled. They are, you don't really get any chunks anywhere. It's truly a beautiful satin shade that almost gives you a metallic vibe, but no, it's not quite there. And so I'm just blending this all over the lid. In case you're wondering what eyeshadow primer I used, it's not my Chanel one for this one, and the date look that I just did before this one, I used the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I ran out of the Chanel one, thank God, because you guys know I wasn't happy with it. This Urban Decay one is nice. I got the anti-aging one when it was like 50% off at Ulta. Now I'm gonna go in with the Ulta crease brush, and I'm gonna go in with a second satin shade in this trio. And this is slightly deeper than the first shade. And I just wanna point something out. This shade reminds me of this shade in a sparkly, it's like the sparkly version of that shade, because I can't even say that it's one shade darker. I know on camera it kind of shows up as being one shade lighter, but when you see it in person, to me it just kind of looks like the same shade. And I think that the sparkles is what gives it a different dimension, that kind of gives you that illusion as if they are two different shades. I don't know, maybe I'm colorblind, who knows? Maybe well, I do know that everybody perceives colors slightly different, but to me, that's what it looks like. All right, so I've used this on the crease as a transition shade. That's really pretty. And I'm gonna go in on the next eye. So if you're wondering what I'm gonna be wearing for Valentine's Day, I'm gonna be wearing my white jeans. If you guys watched my last haul video of clothes, you guys noticed that I had a pair of white jeans from Gap. I'm wearing those white jeans with a pretty silk light pink top that I purchased from the Loft last summer. Actually, was it last summer? No, it was last October. Yeah, it was during the month of my birthday. They took out these satin tops in navy blue and this light pink, and I bought both of them because it's that drapey top, like it drapes on the front. And since I'm flat chested, those tops really look really good on me. Now I'm gonna go in with the last shade, which is a matte shade, and I'm gonna use this to smoke everything out. So I'm wearing that with a pair of nude heels that I have from Vince Komodo that I had purchased, that is very pink, that I had purchased at Marshall's for my best friend's wedding. And I'm gonna pair them with those nude thin strappy heels. I'll try to take a picture of it and post it on Instagram if it's still light outside, because it's really cold today. It's down to the 40s. This morning, I think it's now 60 degrees outside, but for us Floridians, that's really cold. Like, we're not used to that kind of weather. So again, I'm just patting the color and kind of just diffusing it into the outer corner. And I'm gonna do that to the other side. So I'll try to take a picture and post it on Instagram. Those of you who follow me, you'll probably be able to see it. I'll try to get dressed a little bit early and try to get that up for you guys. And we have reservations at the Bull and Bear if you're ever in Orlando. And in the parks, it's at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. It's near the parks, so it shouldn't be such a long drive for you guys. It's definitely a must eat there. When you eat at that restaurant, your valet is free at the hotel. The restaurant will validate your parking, so you don't have to pay the valet fee. That is the best restaurant I've ever eaten at, and I've been to many steakhouses. It is a steakhouse. My second favorite is Fleming's.
My third favorite is Capital Grille. And I've been to Ruth Chris, but I didn't like Ruth Chris. Their food was way too salty. It's just the perfect dining experience, and you can ask for a table where you can see the fireworks from Epcot. It's really cool. All right, now that I'm done diffusing that in, I'm gonna go in with that shade again, and I'm going to go ahead and soften up right here, these edges, just a little bit, because I don't want to get pink on the brow bone. Next, I'm going to go in with that Real Techniques crease brush, and I'm going to go into this, the lightest shade in the palette, which is the first shade, and I'm just going to highlight the brow bone with this sparkly shade. And I'm really just gonna diffuse that in there. This was the look I was the most excited to film, because these are such unique shades to be paired together. Because when I see these shades, I would have never thought to put them together. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M431 pencil brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and drag in that matte shade on my lower lash line. This could either go really good or really bad. We're about to find out. Gonna get really close and just do the outer corner. And do the same thing to the other side. Try to stay, I know it's hard, but try to stay really close to the lash line. And it's hard because all you want to do is blink, but you really got to get in there. This brush is not as soft as I hoped it would be, but we're gonna diffuse the color. I'm gonna try to do this looking at the viewfinder. Let's just drag that in halfway. Okay, I got too much on the outer corner here, so I'm gonna clean that up a little bit with my finger. And I know what you're thinking, oh Isabel, oh sorry. Oh Isabel, it looks like you have pink eye. A little bit. But you guys know I always like a little bit of red on the bottom. I'm gonna use the same pencil brush, and I'm gonna go into that second shade, which is the sparkly one. And I'm just gonna layer that on top. Just halfway out to accentuate. I usually do it halfway out because it makes my eyes look more, I guess, almond shape or cat eye sort of. All right. Okay. Now for this look, I am gonna go in with a black eyeliner, and I'm going to use, what is this? This is my Clarins 4 Styler eyeliner, where it has multicolored eyeliners and one lip liner. I'm gonna use the black, and you just pull down the pencil. I really wish I had the, and then you twist the pencil to have it come out. I wish I had the Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner, but not all of the stuff launched at the same time, and I honestly haven't been able to buy it. Now I'm gonna apply the black eyeliner and stay really close to the top lash line. And let me just, actually I'm gonna have to use my handy dandy mirror because I cannot afford to mess up on this look because I'm going on a date. You almost want to tight line. I just wanted to make sure I was in the right view. You want a tight line so close to the lash line that I don't want people to know I have eyeliner on. Like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. If you don't have a black eyeliner and you can't achieve that tight line with an eyeliner, something that really helps me is using MAC's or any black shadow that you may have. I have MAC's black eyeshadow, and I use one of those angled brushes that's used for that. There you go. And I do it with eyeshadow. Actually tends to last longer than eyeliner in my opinion. It's also more intense. All right. Just want to show you there's not a lot of kick up within those three colors either. Next, I'm gonna go in with some Chanel Brow Gel. Now I'm gonna go in with my Chanel mascara, and I'm gonna put a mascara on my upper and lower lash line. All right, so once you have coated the bottom, we can move on to lipstick. For this look, I am gonna use the Pillow Talk lipstick, which I thought I had with me, but you know, I don't. Thank God that I have an entire stack of drawers here. That's where I keep my lipsticks and stuff. Where is it? I found it. I found it. I'm gonna go in with the Pillow Talk lip liner and the Pillow Talk lipstick. Which one of these looks was your favorite? Obviously, this one is my favorite, which is the Dream look. Let me let my hair down and part it down the middle. Right. This is my look for tonight's dinner date. I'm really happy with this palette. For me, in my opinion, I know that $75 is, let me back it up because I had zoomed the camera in. I know that $75 is a lot of money for an eyeshadow palette, but for me, I think that this palette is so worth it. I'm gonna get so much use out of this palette. Charlotte Tilbury, if you're watching this video, which you're probably not because I'm a blip on the internet right now, the worst mistake you could ever make is making this limited edition. I hope you're kidding. I hope that that's just like a marketing strategy. This needs to be part of the permanent collection, because when I'm done using this palette, this is gonna be one of the palettes I'm gonna repurchase. And I don't repurchase many palettes, so just saying. I love this palette, it was great. You don't get a lot of kick up from any of the shadows. It was awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoy long videos like this. I was a little bit hesitant to film all these 4 looks, but if you enjoy it and you're okay with it, I would really like to know, because then I can kind of incorporate these videos a bit more into my channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I want you to know that all of you who comment down below, I get so excited to hear your feedback on things that you like, things that you don't like, suggestions. I really do take them into consideration, and I really am very, very grateful for your time, because I know that you could be watching anybody else on YouTube, but you find something interesting in this channel that you like. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.